Are you moving out from an apartment in Finland? Or are you moving in to an apartment in Finland for the first time and worried about things to take care of when you move in? Then here is a short guide for you to help you get prepared for that big change. So here are the 10 things you need to do at the time of moving in or moving out. But before we move ahead, please subscribe to my channel Travel Explore Finland if not already done, and keep watching. Number 1 is the address update in DVV. The first thing you should be doing is getting your address updated with DVV. DVV is the Digital and Population Information Agency, which maintains a record of all the people over here in Finland. So when you reach Finland, you need to get yourself registered with DVV and ensure that your address is up to date at all times. Other organizations like Taxation Authority, Police, and Electricity Company rely on the data that is registered or recorded with DVV to validate your information. And if you don't get your address updated with DVV, then you will continue to receive your mails and your bills on the old address. When your address is updated with DVV, then the same will be reflected with your SSN, and after that only you will be able to request for a change in the healthcare center nearest to you. Number 2, inform your housing company and the maintenance company. Housing company is the one through which you got your apartment contract and you pay a monthly rent to. Maintenance company is the one which takes care of all your maintenance related issues in apartment, like for example, water clogging or heating related issue or any other issue inside or outside the apartment. At the time of moving into an apartment in Finland, you need to interact with your housing company for getting the apartment contract, and you need to interact with your maintenance company to get your nameplate inserted on the common board. At the time of moving out, you need to ensure that you inform both the housing company as well as the maintenance company about your moving out dates, and you can inform them either by calling or electronically. Number 3, electricity connection, whether take a new or transfer the existing one. You need to connect with electricity companies like Fortum or Helen to take a new electricity connection when you're moving in. Don't think that they will automatically update your address details on the basis of change of address in DVV. You'll have to do it yourself. Call them and inform them about your moving in, moving out dates to have an uninterrupted power supply. Your electricity network company and your electricity supplier can be two different companies. For example, your electricity company can be Fortum and your supplier can be Helen. So in that case, you will receive two different bills. So if you're moving out, then you'll have to request both of them to change and update the address details with them. But in case they have a tie-up in the location that you are moving to from one place to another, then in that case, you won't have to request the electricity supplier company separately for the address change update. Yeah, it is complicated, but that's how it is. Number 4 is the Wi-Fi connection. The next thing is that you'll have to request your internet service provider to change your address from one place to the other place where you're moving to. But in case your internet service provider does not provide the services in that particular apartment where you're moving to, then you'll have to search for other internet service provider which provide that service in your apartment. Yeah, so we are facing the situation. We came to know that different apartments have some sort of tie-up with different internet service provider, or I think some sort of fiber connection that they have. So one apartment supports only one type of internet service provider. Number 5 is the housing insurance transfer. As per every rent agreement or contract over here, it is mandatory for you to take housing insurance for the apartment that you're living in. In case you're moving out from one apartment to another, then you need to get the housing insurance transferred to the new location. So in that case, you will have to inform your housing insurance company about the change in address and of course the coverage effective dates as well. Number 6, book movers and packers. This can be done in advance because not every mover and packer will be available during weekends for shifting if that's your preferred time to move in or move out. And so you need to contact them and book a time and a day slot and ask them if they have any boxes available for packing. Number 7, empty fridge items. When the moving out date is fixed, Then empty the fridge items and clean it thoroughly, and make sure that the water is not dripping over from the fridge after you clean the freezer and you close the fridge. Number 8, notify the security company and return keys to them. The security company is the one which maintains your house keys. When you move in to a new apartment, then you might have to personally go and visit the security office company to collect the keys. And similarly, at the time of moving out, you'll have to go there and submit the keys with them. They generally give 4 apartment keys for the main door, and make sure you don't lose even one of them, because otherwise they charge a hefty sum of around 300 to 350 euros even if you lose only one key. Unfortunately, we lost one of the keys, and now they are asking for 300 euros for changing the entire lock. And they prefer changing the entire lock and not replacing or making a duplicate key. इंडिया में तो बहुत ईजी है डुप्लीकेट कीज बनवाना, लेकिन यहाँ पर ओनर्स की रिक्वेस्ट के बिना नहीं हो सकता डुप्लीकेट की, सो पूरा लॉक चेंज करवाना पड़ता है. Number 9, check for dishwasher and washing machine. You'll have to check whether there is a need to buy a dishwasher and a washing machine in the new apartment that you're moving in or not. Like I told you in one of my previous videos about renting an apartment in Finland, that not every house in Finland has a dishwasher, and not every apartment complex has a common washing machine area. So you might have to buy a new one if that's the case. So at the time of moving in or moving out, you'll have to check if you need to buy them, and you'll have to check the dimensions and the space available for them. Number 10, house cleaning and breakage issues. Last but not the least, you need to clean the whole apartment before leaving. I have heard that housing companies would like to see the apartment in the same condition like it was at the time of renting. Well, that's not practically possible, but at least you need to clean the apartment as thoroughly as you can. Otherwise, cleaning charges can be deducted from the security amount. The housing companies provide the whole list of the charges that can be deducted from security in case something is found broken. Like it can be anything like ventilator vents or the smoke detector. If you liked the video and found it useful, then hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can connect with me through comments or follow my page Travel Explore Finland on Instagram and connect with me through Messenger. Thanks for watching. See you in another vlog.